Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to the channel here. Wanted to share a brief exercise with you guys coming off the heels of our where we just brought Fernando Moreira back in for the second time in the area to do a tracker level 1 class. So we had a really good turnout, a really good pool of students, and the plan is, we wanted to run a couple basic level 1 classes with the student pool around here with Fernando, and then later on in the year we'll do an intermediate course. We'll bring him back in for an intermediate course, just so that way we can build up a good pool, get some candidates who are really interested to take it to the next level, and then start bringing them in for the intermediate and the more advanced stuff. So wanted to drop this video on the heels of that, because this is a really easy little exercise that that I wanted to share with you guys. And this is what whenever we work together as a tracking team and do practices, this is a warm-up exercise that we do just to kind of get ourselves acclimated to the substrate, acclimated to get our eyes adjusted to the time of day, and kind of the area that we're working. A couple quick and easy little things that you can do to sprinkle throughout your day, your week, to just improve your overall effectiveness as a tracker. So this is a very, very important exercise, something we do at the beginning of every single practice, but real simple. What you see I've got laid out here, I've got some of the kebab sticks. These are just regular sticks that you can buy from Walmart or the grocery store that you would use like skewer for the grill or something like that. These are a little bit thicker. These are actually corn dog sticks that I picked up off Amazon, but just something a little thicker, a little longer, a little more durable than just the regular cheapy bamboo skewers that you would pick up from the dollar store or whatever. But really simple. What you do on the exercise is I've got 2 sticks here that are marking where I've started. Okay, so there's a track at the heel on each of those kebab sticks, and then I took five steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, left, right, left, right. And I marked each one of those as I was making them. Okay, so I took a kebab, shoved it in up inside my heel of my shoe as I was making each one of those tracks, and that's so that way I've got those marked, because what I want to do is this isn't really as much about finding a track, but really kind of adjusting your eyes and getting down at the micro level, so that way you can really kind of see the detail inside of those tracks. Okay, so this is a good warm-up exercise for you to do, or something that you can do kind of throughout your week, just so that way you kind of get a little bit of idea of what the baseline track looks like, and you can adjust your vision and kind of start picking up some of that detail. So each of these tracks, they're very easy to see. I just made them within the past 10 minutes. So what I'll also do later on is I'll leave these marked like this, and I'll come back 4 hours, 6 hours, come back at the end of the day and see what I could see in there as well, right? But the idea is you take 10 minutes, like 5 tracks, take 10 minutes, study each track for about 2 to 3 minutes, all right? Pick out as much detail in that track as you possibly can, okay? So think about all the indicators that you would look for in a track. You're looking for the size, is it large enough to be human? What does the shape look like? Does it have the right shape, the right consistency that we would expect to see from a human track? Do we have a distinct outline, right? How does that outline look? In this case, we have a lot of compression. We have a lot of the grass. It's kind of standing up tall out here, standing up very firm. And all of a sudden we have this patch that's laid over very, very well, mashed down pretty good. It's got some good creasing in here, some good twists in the vegetation where things were kind of pulled together in an unnatural state. All of these are good indicators that not only is this sign, but this is a distinctly human sign, right? But you can do this. This is very easy substrate. I picked this substrate for the video just because it's easy to see, but you want to do this in all type of substrate in the areas that you service, just so that way you kind of get some familiarity with how the tracks are laid. You want to do this different times of the year, so that way you've got dry seasons, you've got wet seasons. You want to do this a lot, so that way you kind of really get your eyes adjusted to what do the tracks look like with the current environment. So lay out 5 tracks, real simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and spend 2 to 3 minutes. See everything that you could possibly see in the track before you move on to the next one, and continue on. And like I said, you come back later on and you see if the tracks kind of still look the same. So that way you kind of get an idea of what the aging process looks like under the current environment. So what I'll also do is I marked each one of these, right? So each one of these are marked. All right, I've got another little patch up here. I'll do the same thing. I'll do 5 tracks and not mark them. And this will be kind of like the phase 2 of the practice, right? So I've got 5 that were marked as I was making them. We'll do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of walk right through here just because this is a little bit harder substrate, but I'll do the exact same thing. I'll make a good impression here with my feet, and I'll just take 5 steps. And then with these, I want to come back, I want to mark them, do the same exercise, try to find, spend 2 to 3 minutes per track trying to see all the things that I would like to see on that track. Then come back later on in the day and see how well you kind of do there. So I'm going to make my tracks, and I'm going to do a little bit of practice, but this is something you can easily replicate at home. Just find a small piece of the yard that doesn't get a whole lot of action, lay a handful of tracks. This is easy track work that you can do, every day, if not at least just a couple times a week, just so that way you stay fresh and on your tracking skills. So wanted to share this with you guys. I'll keep you guys kind of posted on what we're going to do with the intermediate class. So it'll be sometime later on in the summer, but you can check us out on Facebook, and you'll get some more details whenever we're ready to share those. But coming soon on that. Appreciate it, and happy searching. Thanks, everybody.